6:30 a.m. on this Wednesday. It's December 11th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is here looking at a crash on Long Island right now. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with the forecast. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. That's where we're seeing some of the heaviest rain right now. But looking at the big picture, there's plenty to go around. Light to moderate rainfall for northern New Jersey into the Hudson Valley. White Plains at 53 degrees, 55 in Merrick, 56 at Central Park. A little bit of a break from Middlesex, Monmouth, and Ocean counties. But yeah, the heaviest rain, and it's pretty heavy now through parts of Suffolk County. You can see the red on the radar. That corresponds to rainfall rates of more than an inch an hour. So it's coming down from Deer Park to Smithtown and Lake Ronkonkoma. You can see, though, the stream of heavy rain. There's plenty more to go. We're waiting on that front to come on through, so not until later on this afternoon and evening. And, of course, the winds are going to be picking up as well. Advisories up for the city. High wind warnings for Nassau and Suffolk County. Those gusts 50 to 60 miles per hour. Count on periods of rain all day, heavy at times. Temperatures near 60 degrees and then starting to taper off, but not until late tonight. All right, 6:31. So it's the morning commute. It'll be the evening commute as well. What's going on now?
Yeah, Maria, you mentioned Suffolk County. We are actually starting to see delays really pick up here, and that explains it with the rain really starting to come through. And again, as Maria mentioned, this is really nothing compared to what we're going to be seeing for the afternoon and evening commute. So this is one of those days you're going to want to give yourself plenty of extra time out there. LIE right now westbound in Deer Park over by exit 51. We do have that crash taking out a lane. Delays have trickled back just past the Sag to Coast Parkway. Heading out to the Cross Bronx Expressway, you're looking at a solid ride from the Bruckner interchange heading all the way out to the George Washington Bridge. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thanks so much, Adelle. Now to that breaking news, and with Maria LaRosa looking at the weather.
All right, it's messy out there. We've got rain heavy at times already moving through. That's going to continue. So getting the kids off to school today, Asagi, all the rain gear, probably recessing inside, and after school activities, still rainy and very gusty. Coming up, they'll need all of the heavy winter gear over the next couple days. How low the temps go in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Also,
rails, you've got A3, Rockaway Park Shuttle, and Staten Island Railway delays coming up in a few minutes. We've got an update for you on that crash coming out of Long Island. But let's take a live look outside right now onto the inbound approach to the Holland Tunnel. You've got about 25-minute delays. You're watching Today in New York.
Right now, Maria LaRosa is looking at the weather. We're dealing with some things depending on where you are at this hour, right?
Absolutely. And then everybody's going to get in on it at some point. It's all-encompassing system right now. We had some waves of rain in most of the area during the overnight hours. You can see a whole swath still off to the west with a little notch of some dry weather here from about Staten Island through Middlesex, Monmouth, and Ocean counties, but still coming down heavily in parts of the area, including Suffolk County right now, where the radar is picking up on that red near Smithtown, and that corresponds to about an hour, I should say 1 inch per hour rainfall rate. So it's really coming down. That's pushing to the north. Seeing some pockets of heavy rain come through portions of Passaic and into Bergen County from Wyckoff and Oakland up toward Ramapo. So that's what we're dealing with the next few hours, sort of these waves of heavy rainfall. We see it again through midday from Trenton, Newark, up the thruway into Poughkeepsie, but note the temperatures close to 60 degrees everywhere. Then that line really takes shape between noon and 4 o'clock, starting to move across Long Island and Connecticut. This is where it's not just heavy rainfall, but those gusts that we've been talking about potentially for areas like Suffolk County, Nassau County, 50 plus miles per hour. And we could also get those rumbles of thunder. Rain potential still into the evening commute. In fact, by 9-10 o'clock, starting to see that back edge, but still coming down heavily through Connecticut and Long Island. And yes, you may see some snowflakes mix in there, but that's not our issue after. It's that cold that sweeps on through, and those gusts, again, peaking during the afternoon hours, but staying elevated even into tomorrow. So you can see that 40 plus mile per hour range from this afternoon into the evening hours. So what you see is what you get. It's messy, it's sloppy, it's mild. Temperatures will be near 60 degrees through 11 a.m. and that's where we sort of hover through the rest of the day. Notice the steady increase of those winds out of the south. And so we'll see that continue. And then once that front moves through, by 9-10 o'clock, we see them turn out of the west-northwest, and that is a cold wind. So by tomorrow morning, temperatures in the 20s and 30s, 37 in the city at 6 a.m., but feels like temperatures down in the 20s and teens. And you can see even into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and by Friday morning, still those feels like temperatures down into the teens and the 20s. So it is dry. So we do that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. By Sunday, we're back into the 40s, but we're also watching a couple systems roll through, quick ones, lighter rainfall potential, but it's there Monday and Tuesday with highs in the 40s and 50s in through next week. All right, 6:48 now. Adelle Adelle, what's going on out there?
A lot going on. And of course, the roadways, the slick roadways, not helping much. Keep in mind, as Maria mentioned, this is expected to just get worse throughout the day. So definitely going to want to give yourself plenty of extra time or stick to your mass transit. Right now, 80 westbound, the on-ramp is blocked to exit 30. This is because of an overturned tractor trailer. Expect to see heavy delays both ways through the area. Also on 80, but a little further east on the westbound side over by exit 58. We've got a crash here, also blocking a lane. Delays again, quickly building through the area there. If you're heading out to the airports, you're going to want to call the carrier ahead of time or track the flight on that app. We have delays here on the Belt Parkway westbound, a solid ride heading into JFK Airport. And then we have that crash on the LIE westbound over by exit 51. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adelle, thanks so much. 6:40.
Thank you for streaming with us. It is Wednesday morning, December 11th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo, Adelle Caballero, watching some wet roads all over the place. And starting first, Maria LaRosa here with today's forecast.
Yeah, not going to get any easier. We'll have rounds of this heavy rainfall. So if you're getting a little break right now, don't count on it lasting the whole day. Definitely the murky, low cloudiness out there as well. So all adding up to a messy day. Let's show you the big picture. The heavy rain stretching all the way back through the southeast up into upstate New York and New England. You see some snow on the back edge. That front is going to bring those temperatures drastically down as we approach 60 plus by this afternoon. But yes, rain heavy at times already coming through the area, so roadways are wet. One thing we'll see change through the day, the winds, they're going to start to increase, especially by midday into the afternoon, where we have the advisories up, including the city. Those gusts could exceed 50 miles per hour, where the high wind warnings, including Nassau and Suffolk County, we're talking more like 50, 60 mile per hour winds, again, sort of peaking in that afternoon time frame. But we'll be in and out of the heavy rain all day. Temperature-wise, climbing up near 60 degrees. That's where we stay straight through this afternoon and evening until the front comes on through. And then temperatures start to drop into the 40s by 10 o'clock. At that point, we'll start to see the rain wrap up. Still gusty and with temperatures in the 30s, brutally cold by tomorrow morning. So getting through a lot the next 12 hours or so. Obviously, we have to get through the morning drive as well, Adelle.
Yeah, the morning drive, the afternoon and evening drive, any way you look at it, it's not going to be easy. Today is one of those days, as I have been saying, stick to your mass transit. On top of the wet roadways and the wet conditions throughout the day, it is a gridlock alert day, so it is already expected to be busier than normal on the roadways there. As a reminder, we are still seeing construction here on the Bronx River Parkway southbound heading into 233rd Street. This is causing major backups through the area, and alternate side is in effect for today. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
All right, thank you, Adelle.
At the threat of flooding here from this.
Yeah, not just rain flooding, but coastal flooding, that push of water because these strong winds out of the south going to help those high tides get a little bit higher. So we have that potential from southern Queens, southern Nassau, and Suffolk County into Fairfield County as well. Those winds screaming out of the south at first, and then that cold wind for tomorrow. So talk about wind chills and when those temperatures recover, just how fast that happens in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you so much. Still ahead.
Out the door right now, you've got 1, 3A and Rockaway Park shuttle delays, but you can also expect to see track work on your FBQ and delays with your Staten Island Railway throughout the day. Let's take a live look outside right now onto the Turnpike over by Newark Airport. A slick ride here both ways. You're watching Today in New York.